Looking for a solid laptop under $400? You're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the top budget laptops that give you the best bang for your buck. Kicking things off at the number 5 spot is the Lenovo V15, powered by the Intel Pentium Silver N6000. On paper, it might look like a powerhouse with a massive 32GB of RAM and a full terabyte of storage, but as we all know, raw specs don't always tell the full story. The real draw here is the storage and RAM combo. If you're someone who loves having tons of space for files, media, or light multitasking without a single lag spike, this might seem like a steal. It's lightweight, has a clean Full HD display, and includes an Ethernet port, which is getting rare these days. Compared to the others in this price range, it feels surprisingly roomy in terms of memory. Now here's the catch. The processor is a bit of a bottleneck. The N6000 isn't exactly built for speed. It handles basic tasks like web browsing, emails, and document editing just fine, but don't expect it to fly through demanding software or handle heavy multitasking. It also doesn't have a backlit keyboard, and the overall build feels on the budget side. This one's best for students or office users who mostly work with documents, spreadsheets, or online research, and need a ton of RAM and storage without worrying too much about speed. If that's you, definitely keep it on your radar. And by the way, if you're interested in checking out this model, or any laptop in this video, I've linked all of them with the best prices right in the description below. In 4th place, we've got the HP Pavilion 15.6-inch touchscreen. It's one of the only models on this list with a touch display, which adds a fun layer of interactivity, especially if you're someone who prefers tapping and swiping to using a mouse. It's packing 16 gigs of RAM and another full terabyte of SSD storage, so you've got speed and space for days. Compared to the Lenovo V15, it's got a stronger processor and the added bonus of touchscreen functionality, which can really come in handy for casual media browsing or navigating presentations. The biggest downside is the screen itself. It's HD, not Full HD. That means you're looking at a resolution of 1366 by 768, which isn't quite as crisp or detailed as the others on this list. And while the Core i3 processor is a step up from the Pentium chip in the Lenovo, it's still not the most powerful option out there. If you want something spacious, touch-friendly, and perfect for everyday tasks like video calls, email, and browsing, this one's a great fit. Oh, and if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world tech reviews just like this one. Coming in at number 3, we have the Dell Inspiron 153520. This one is a solid all-around performer that gets the job done without fuss. It's got a sharp Full HD display with a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, which is a nice surprise at this price. The Intel Core i3-1215U is one of the newer budget chips, and it actually holds its own for everyday tasks. Definitely snappier than the older Core i3s or that Pentium processor we saw earlier. The design is clean, the weight is just right for portability, and Dell's build quality feels a bit more refined than some other budget picks. But it's not perfect. You're limited to just 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD. For some folks, that might not be enough, especially if you're planning to store a lot of files or run multiple apps at once. It also lacks some quality of life features like a backlit keyboard. This is a great choice if you want a balanced, budget-friendly laptop for daily use and you don't need tons of storage. It's simple, clean, and reliable, exactly what you'd expect from Dell. In the runner-up spot, we've got the Lenovo IdeaPad 115. This laptop is all about balance. With 16GB of RAM and a modern Ryzen 5 chip, it offers one of the best performance-to-price ratios in this price range. What really sets it apart is its lightweight build and snappy performance. The Ryzen 5 7520U chip handles multitasking with ease, way better than the Pentium and older i3 processors we talked about earlier. Plus, the Full HD display is clear and colorful, great for binge-watching shows or editing photos on the go. If we're nitpicking, the main downside is the storage. You only get 256GB, which fills up pretty quickly if you're saving videos or large software files. The chassis also feels a bit on the plastic side, but that's expected at this price point. This is a fantastic option for students, professionals, or casual users who want great performance without spending a fortune. You get power, portability, and just enough style to make it feel more premium than it really is. And here we are at number 1, the best laptop under $400, the Acer Aspire 3. This one checks all the right boxes, starting with a Ryzen 7 processor that blows everything else on this list out of the water. That 5700U chip makes a huge difference. It's fast, efficient, and handles multitasking like a champ. You can browse, stream, crunch numbers, and even do some light photo editing without breaking a sweat. With 16GB of RAM and a roomy 512GB SSD, you've got plenty of space and speed to keep everything moving smoothly. What's more, the full HD display is bright and easy on the eyes, and while the build is plastic, it still feels solid in hand. Sure, it doesn't have a touchscreen, but it makes up for it in raw power and day-to-day usability. This is the one to get if you want the best performance in the budget range, whether you're working from home, tackling school projects, or just want a fast, reliable laptop that won't slow you down. The Acer Aspire 3 delivers big time. So there you have it, the top 5 laptops under $400. If you want to check out the best deals, all the links are waiting for you in the description below. Don't forget to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe for more smart picks and real-world reviews. Catch you in the next one.